you're in an uproar off the Epstein list? That's all you've got? It's really, really surprising that this matters. Of course, I think there's a list, but I don't know. I suspect, but I have no knowledge, nor do I care. It's Friday night. I'm getting ready to go out and enjoy myself. I'm getting ready to have a nice weekend. I could give a damn about the Epstein client list. It has no effect on me whatsoever. I have a life. I don't understand for the life of me why this matters so much.
Well, that's a tell, isn't it?
I'm talking about people losing it. They're crying on camera. They're talking about resignations. They're pissed off about everything. I'm like, really? With all the stuff going on in this country, with all the power that you possess because of the cachet and the influence you have because of your connection to this administration, that's why you upset at Trump? I didn't blame Trump one bit for looking at them and saying, really? That really matters to you? That's really that important? Mm-hmm. Now, maybe he had a different reason for saying it, trying to be evasive or whatever. I don't know. But I do know this. In the grand scheme of things, it ain't going to affect the lives of over 200 to 300 million Americans. No. I think we'll be just fine without knowing whether or not there was really, really a client list. I think we'll be okay. It's unbelievable that this is a big deal to me. It really is.
So Screaming A. Smith is back. He's supposed to be on vacation, which I think he is on vacation from First Take, but he's back running his yapper because he doesn't know how to do anything else but to run his yapper. He was on Chris Cuomo, and they was talking about the Epstein list. People don't know Jeffrey Epstein, billionaire, who they say had a client list of some high-ranking, very wealthy and influential people. They used to go to his island and allegedly sexually assault, abuse women and children, allegedly. So the list was supposed to get released by Donald Trump, and Donald Trump didn't release the list. And Screaming A. Smith's, his retort to that is, he doesn't care. Stephen A. says he doesn't care about the list, who's on the list. He's enjoying his life. And he admonishes people and verbally berating people who do want to know who's on the list. Basically telling people to get a life. That he don't care. It's Friday night, I'm about to hang out, I'm enjoying my life. I don't care about what's on the list. See, that's somebody that lacks any level of morality. Because the people that's allegedly on that Epstein list, allegedly RAP'd children, sexually assaulted children, trafficked children, abused women, RAP'd, when I say RAP'd, women, assaulted women. But Screaming A. Smith says he don't care. Who cares? It's not going to affect. Yes, it does affect people. Who wouldn't want to know if you're around somebody, working with somebody, or friends with somebody, or supporting somebody who was doing those type of things to children? Somebody who doesn't care is somebody who doesn't care about people. See, Screaming A. Smith is so divorced from the so-called normal people. He wants to be in good graces with, they're not elites. Stop calling them elites. They're just wicked, evil people who've been able to accumulate a lot of things and a lot of money and some influence in a Satan-influenced world. That's who he wants to appease.
That's Marcus Doc Holliday, former NFL player and current radio personality.
Because you see what he is, you see what he's about. Dude said he doesn't care that there are people out here who've been accused of, evidence of, allegedly, raping children and women. He don't care. But because those people are people who the Most High has allowed to garner a lot of wealth and a lot of influence. So that's who we're trying to appease, not the everyday person. And I think it's disgusting, but it's a telltale sign of how he feels and how he thinks. So I would never support anything he does.
So much to unpack here. First, And I agree with this. I co-sign it. Could there be a bigger tell if someone were to say, as a public figure to another one, hey, how do you feel about this whole Epstein thing? And they say, I don't care about it. I don't like it. Doesn't matter to me. Didn't affect my kids. I can't believe we're talking about this. Like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God. What an own goal. Remarkable. And now the tweets that I have seen online are, is Stephen A. Smith on the Epstein flight logs? Because that's all you're doing. Like, first off, let's go over the dynamics, okay? Anyone not named Andrew Schultz or in the MAGA cult knows that Donald Trump was on those flight logs. Yet they think he's going after the cabal of pedos or some BS like that, right? And that's why, in my opinion, he played up the schmooing conspiracy theories. Because someone had to take the reins and say, I'll be your Huckleberry. He did it. But he knows what he did. He knows he's on those flight logs. But it's not just Trump. It is insane that the president of the United States was friends with this man for many years, and Epstein himself gave quote after quote talking about how they were boys and they were besties, and Trump would confide in him. And then there's also the angle of, I want to make sure I have his last name correctly. Yep. How Alex Acosta dropped the sweetheart deal, gave a sweetheart deal. Nothing happened in the state of Florida when it should have. And that dude got to be in Donald Trump's first administration. If that were another politician not named Donald Trump, we would be talking about that for a long time, but it's just buried. But then you also have the dynamic of, I know Doc Holliday doesn't like saying it, but I will, political elites. Like, you have Trump, you have Clinton, you have entertainers like Chris Tucker, you have oligarchs like Bill Gates, Prince Andrew. I mean, this is an insane story. And even if you don't follow it religiously, you just don't care. Like, every passing day where Stephen A. says something that is so, like, mindless makes me think that he is in touch with Steve Bannon. Like, why would you say these things about a story that we don't have the answers to yet, that also puts so many kids in harm's way? Why would you defend that? Not defend that. Why would you say you don't care about that? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. It's incredible for him to say this. But that's the hill that he wants to die on. Is the, I don't really care. I don't see why it's a big deal. Of course it's a big deal. It's a humongous deal. And on top of that, there is a potential cover-up happening at the White House. And he doesn't care? Like, as a journalist, you don't care? What's the journalistic quote? If it bleeds, it leads. Brother, we are bleeding out right now. And Stephen A. is just like, how can I attack Kevin Durant? I'm flabbergasted by this because it just doesn't make sense. And yet ESPN gave him $100 million. So you have ESPN's highest paid employee, practically the face of their entire network and beyond, saying he doesn't care about elite members of society and the top 1% and politicians, lawmakers, etc., abusing kids. Like, I'm so lost with this because I just don't understand the angle. But if you do, comment down below. Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.